Hey everyone, hope you're good today. I thought I could come on here today for about half an hour as I wanted to do a season review. I've realised I haven't done one yet, and I thought it'd be a good time now to reflect on the season. And I'm going to be reflecting on the league, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League, how we've all done in these competitions. Yeah, I was actually going to do a pre-recorded one, but I thought I would just go live today as I think it would be more fun for you guys to comment while I'm doing this. And yeah, I can't wait to chat about it. It's obviously nice that the season's over now and there's no stress now. I can relax. So yeah, I thought I would do a season review today. Big up Ashik. I hope you're good. Good to see you in the chat. So yeah, honestly, I think I'm just going to start by talking about the league because that one was so difficult. I think if I reflect on things and I look at the league, I do feel more disappointed than the other competitions because the league for me was our best chance of winning something. And last season, the season before the one that's just gone, we did so well to compete with Man City, and it just feels disappointing this season to. I just don't think we ever competed with Liverpool, really. I think they were always ahead of us in the race, and I think we fell short. We didn't do what we needed to do in January in the summer, and I think ultimately that is why where we are in the league. And yeah, I think that the league I can't really give us a high score because I think we've just been really poor in the league. I personally think if in reflection, I'd probably give us like a 3 or 4 in the league because finishing second, as I said, it's not the end of the world, but I also don't think it's good enough for us, and I think that we need to be doing much better if we really want to be winning trophies. So yeah, I think for me, in reflection, I think that it's not really great to finish where we finished, and yeah, the league I just can't really give us a too much of a high score. I think a 4 would be a reasonable result because I think of the league, I think we had so much expectation because we did so well the season before. And I think with the summer, I think we just sort of failed with the summer and didn't bring in the players that we needed to bring in. And I think ultimately that is why we had such a poor season. And yeah, obviously looking back, things do feel a bit different. I mean, to finish second with the injuries we've had, I'm happy that we're able to end the season on a high, but I still don't think it's great for us at all. Um, and yeah, I think there's not much I can really give a much higher score for that because I don't think we were good enough at all, and I think that we've really struggled this season. And I think with the injuries that we've had, I think we've done the best that we could, and I think we've left the season in a good way to finish second, but we don't want to be finishing second. We want to be finishing first. We want to be winning trophies and winning titles and ending the season with silverware. So for me, I am disappointed in our campaign in the league because I think there has been times in Liverpool where they have dropped points and we could have capitalised on that, and we never really took our chance to do that. So yeah, I do feel a bit of disappointment regarding the league. I think we had some opportunities where we really could have done better and we didn't. So yeah, I do feel. If I look back, I do feel disappointed with the league because I think we've had opportunities and we've not really taken them. Big up Ashik. We just buy the best Dutch right back. Arteta's not good enough to be fair. Yeah, that's another debate as well because I think next season we've really got to really put all the stops out. We've really got to bring in the right players and we've got to have a really big summer. I think it is going to be make or break next season because I think a lot of us are unhappy with how the season's gone and I don't think it has been good enough from Arsenal to go another season trophyless. It's just it is frustrating. I can't lie to you guys. It is really frustrating, and I do feel quite frustrated with how the season has gone. Um, can't cry about the injured Liverpool. Also have a lot of. I think everyone had injuries. I don't think it'd be fair to say it was just Arsenal that had injuries. I know some Arsenal fans have said it's just us, but I think we've had it pretty bad with Saka being out. I think Saka's really the main guy for us to take us further and to get us winning things. But I don't think I could really blame it all on him being out. I think for us, I think it's been a multiple factors on why we didn't win stuff. I think we've had a lot of injuries which have been very difficult, but I don't think it's just been us that have faced injuries, because I think many other teams have had setbacks as well. I think we've just not done what we needed to do in the January window and summer. So I think we only really have ourselves to blame, I feel. I know things didn't go away, refereeing decisions didn't go away, but I just feel as though we don't have anyone else to blame right now. And I think, yeah, I think a lot of people have had setbacks this season. It's just gone, and I think it's been a tough season for a lot of people, to be honest with you. But yeah, with regards in the league, I can't really say too much positivity, because I think it was a really tough campaign for us. I really do, and I think it just wasn't meant to be. And I really hope next season that we can just push on and win things and just go that next level, because we need to win something next season. Like, I really want us to win the league. I think that would be really special if we could do that. So yeah, here's hoping that we can win the league next season or win some sort of silverware. I do think winning some sort of silverware is a must, because I think we've gone so long without a trophy, and I think it is unacceptable. I know we've had some positives to take along the way, but we need to be winning more stuff, and I think it's fair to question that, really, because I think it has been too long since we've won stuff, and I think, yeah, it hasn't really been our best season. And I think it is time that things do change if we don't win things. And I think people have the right to question that. I mean, I know Henry questioned things. I think he had his right to question that as well. So yeah, I don't think it's really been a great time for Arsenal. Um, Let me just read this. Whole London win trophies, also fans still celebrated Emirates Cup. I mean, Chelsea won something, and Spurs winning something. It just doesn't look great on Arsenal, does it? I do agree with what you're saying there, because I mean, I know the Champions League is the highest competition. No, the Europa League, I think the Europa League is always great to win personally, but I still feel underwhelmed with our season, and I think to see your rivals win things, it just makes you feel so much worse. So I think it doesn't help, like you said, that other teams around Arsenal have won stuff and we haven't. And that is a real shame that Arsenal haven't been able to win something. And now I'm going to actually speak a bit about our run in the Carabao Cup. I'm going to just go through some of the competitions that we've been in. Yeah, the Carabao Cup. I obviously was at one of the games. I went to the Preston one, and I thought, we got the job done. I was happy with how we played. But when we played Newcastle, I was actually okay with that draw, because I didn't really want to play Spurs. Like, if Spurs knocked us out and won a final, that would have been awful. So I was quite content with having Newcastle. But I look back on that semi-final game now, and I think we were never really good enough. They outclassed us. They were so much better than us in every way, and I think it's really. I just feel so disappointed the fact that we've not won anything again this season, and it's a disappointing one, and it's a real tough one to take, not winning something again this season. And our cup runs haven't been great for some reason. I don't know why our cup runs aren't particularly great. So I think for me, we really have to be doing better. But our run in this competition was just really poor, and yeah, I can't really give us a high score in this competition, because I think the way we exited it was just so poor. I mean, in the Carabao Cup, Newcastle thoroughly deserved to get to the final, but it is embarrassing the way we performed and how we were. Yeah, it just isn't good enough, and I think I'm going to give us a 3 in the Carabao Cup. I'm going to give us a lot of low scores, because I can't really rate us high. We've not really done too good, to be honest with you. Um, yeah, FA Cup. God, that's even worse. FA Cup, losing to 10 Man United. That game feels like ages ago. That was a horrible game. That I really hated that. I'm going to go on to talk about that actually in a sec. But big up to everyone that is watching this. I really do appreciate it. Big up to everyone for all your support as well. Comment down below as well if you've got any questions you want to ask me. I'm happy to talk to you guys as well. As I said, I'll be on here for a little bit today. But yeah, FA Cup, that was such a tough one because I remember when we drew United, I thought to myself, you know what? I'm okay about facing United. I think we could win. I never really imagined us losing in the in the FA Cup against United because I just thought we could do it. But as you mentioned, Ashik, 10 men United, like I just don't get how they won. Like they're so bad, but we should be beating them. Um, I think if we played them now, I think we would win. But that game was just shocking. The way we exit it as well. We do exit cup competitions far too quickly for me, in my opinion. Like, even if we got to final and we lost, I'd be devastated. But at least we're getting to finals. But we're not really getting to finals. So yeah, I really think it's been the longest since we've been in the final. I think we've got to just get back there and yeah, reach them finals. But we have been so poor. That game was shocking. To lose like United in the FA Cup in that way, it was just yeah, it wasn't good enough for me. And I think we have to be doing better if we really want to win things. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'd be happy to win an FA Cup. I mean, I know Arsenal need more than that, but along the way, you've got to pick up some silverware, and I'd be really happy to win that competition. I always say I love an FA Cup, and I think that would be really good silverware if we were able to get our hands on that. But yeah, that performance was just shocking. I think if reflected also in the FA Cup this season, I would have to give us a 3. I just don't think we've been good enough again. Um, Big up Kumar. We are European winners, pride, London Spurs. Also, we beat PSG too. Yeah, I think for Arsenal, it's been such an awful season to see teams around you do well as well. I mean, I think Spurs have had a really bad season, but even they've been able to win something, and that really says it all. And yeah, it's just shocking for me that so many teams have won silverware and we're just sat there winning nothing, and it's just not good enough for me. And we do need to see much better performances. We need to see us win things, and I think I feels like the longest time since we've won a trophy. It's been like 5 years, but it does feel ages, and it's just not good enough for me. Um, but yeah, it just sucks seeing Chelsea win a trophy. London, you want to, they're our rivals and you want to be winning these competitions. So, yeah, I can't really give our cup run a really great score, to be honest with you, because I think we've really been poor this season in that area. Um, Now, with the Champions League, I do actually have a different type of mentality. I feel more proud actually of how we've done in the Champions League. I think we've had some amazing wins. I think that win against Madrid was magical. I think we've done really well against them. So I don't think it's been all doom and gloom. I'd probably give our run in the Champions League about a 7. I think we did pretty good. I know we didn't get to the final, and I just don't think we're there yet. I think we need to have, if we have the right players in the summer, I think we'll be okay. But I just didn't think we were there yet. But yeah, I think that Rice's goal, I just think how we played in that competition really impressed me, and I think we've just got to hopefully improve in the Champions League next season and go on a really good run. But I know right now things haven't been particularly great for us, and but yeah, I'll give us a 7 for the Champions League. I think we did pretty good, to be honest with you. I think that if I look back on how we played against PSG, I don't look back thinking disappointed. I think they were the better team, and sometimes you do lose the better team, and that's okay. But I think if you look at how we played against Bayern the year before, I think we were really poor. And I think now I can look back and think, we did the best. I know we could have taken a few of our chances, but I don't think we could have done much more, to be honest with you, against PSG. I think they're a great side, obviously winning the Champions League. I think they were so amazing in that final, and I think that just tells you everything that you need to know. I think they're incredible at what they do, and I think we just have to come back next season stronger. All of this goes down to this summer, what we're going to do this summer. We have to bring in the right players in order for us to do well next season. Big up actually even Palace win a trophy. I was actually quite happy if Palace win a trophy. I think that it's great to see them, a team that you don't really expect to win a trophy, like an underdog. I think that was amazing for them. But I think you look at that FA Cup final and you think, why aren't Arsenal there? Arsenal should really be getting to these finals. I think that's something that you have to question why we're not in these finals, because I think we're good enough to be at these finals. And I think that we have the squad to do it, but I just think it's just not good enough. I think next season, as I've said so many times, we really have to win silverware. Big up Pablo, hope you're good. Good to see you in the chat. I hope you're well. If you guys do, as I said, have any questions to me, don't forget to drop them in as well. I'm going to be on here for about 15 to 20 more minutes, so I do really appreciate your guys' time. So yeah, I don't really think this has been a great season for Arsenal at all. It's very hard to give us good ratings because I think we've been so poor. I think that it's just been a season that we need to just wipe from our memory. I do think, as I've said, in the Champions League, I do feel as though we have progressed. I do think that we have improved. I think getting to a semi-final is a big achievement. I think, especially in the Champions League, I think that's something to be proud of. And I think the way we left, it's disappointing not to go through, but I do think PSG had a better quality than us on that night, and I think ultimately that's what it was down to. And I think, if you lose to the better team, sometimes you just got to put your hands up and say they were the better team on the night, and we just got to be better next time we play them. So, yeah, I just think it was a tough one for us to take as fans, but I think the team should keep the head held high. The Champions League campaign was very good. I think we did really good to get that far. But I think the Madrid win really impressed me, like a lot of us. I think that was the one we could be really happy with, because I honestly, when we had Madrid in the draw, I never expected us to beat them. I was sort of expecting us to lose. I was expecting Madrid to go through. I know Madrid have had some struggles throughout the season, but never did I ever expect for us to um, go through. So yeah, that was a really proud moment, and Declan Rice's free kicks were incredible. That was a game that I could just watch all day. So yeah, like I said, it hasn't been doom and gloom. I think the Champions League would be the only positive that I could really think of. I think with the league, we've drawn too many times. I think we've just been too inconsistent. I think we've had injuries which have been a little bit of a setback. But as I mentioned before, so many other teams have had injuries, so I don't want to use this as an excuse, but I think the January window, the summer window definitely has cost us, and I think that's a big factor. So yeah, big up everyone, and big up Gary Richards. Hope you're good. Are Arsenal in for Gyökeres? I think Arsenal, from what I've been reading, what I've been looking at, I think Arsenal are interested in him. I just think that it's probably more likely that we'll get Sesko, but I've said on so many podcasts that it would be great for us to win either was to get either of them. I think they'd both definitely improve us. One of them would definitely improve us, and I'm happy also looking at that area to improve, because we really need to make some major changes to this team. We really do, because we can't go through another season with these sort of players. We need to add different attackers. We need to add some different players to the team. We need some creativity, and I think that's something that we've been lacking massively. So, yeah, hopefully we do bring one of them in. But as I said, I'm a fan of both of Gyökeres, and Sesko. So we've got to just see what happens with that one. When was the last time Arsenal in a final? Yeah, too long. I don't know. I mean, um, do you know what the thing is? I don't think we've been in the final since the FA Cup time. 2020 we won the FA Cup against Chelsea, which was great, but I think that's probably the last time we were in a final. I really can't think. And yeah, I think it's been that long that we've been in the final, which is honestly so crazy to say, because I know Arsenal, if Arsenal don't win finals, it's devastating, but I would expect for Arteta, the bare minimum was to get us to finals, and he's not able to do that right now. So yeah, I think that's what we've got to expect from Arteta. I think Henry was really fair in his criticism of saying that Arteta's taken Arsenal a long way, but he needs to be taking us to finals, needs to be winning things with us. And I think that that's a big question, because Arsenal don't want to be known as that club that finished second, that club that never get over that line. And that's what I worry that we are becoming a bit at the moment. So yeah, I think that it's going to be interesting next season how we do manage, but I think we've got to win silverware. I think there's no if buts about it, no excuses. It's something that we've got to just do. So yeah, for me, I think that we're just gonna get a job done next season. And I obviously personally I'd love the league. I'm not really expecting us to win it. I just because we've never done it, I just don't know if we can do it. I think if we buy a striker, if we buy the right essentials, I think we've got a really great chance. But I know other teams around us are going to improve, are going to strengthen. For example, the likes of Liverpool. I think Liverpool are being quite smart of their business. I think they're getting the job done quite early, and I think that's the best way to do it. And I think we've just got to follow in their footsteps, really. So, yeah. So I think last time with the final was probably 2020. It really has. I don't think we've been in the final since before that. So I think it has been a really long time since we've been in the final. It's been too long, in my opinion. And yeah, for me, it's just not good enough from Arsenal. We need to be in more finals, and we need to be winning stuff. So that for me is definitely an aim for next season. We got Pablo, Sophie Gokres, Sesko Etike. Apparently Etike is going to Liverpool, so I'll rule him out. As I've just said, I'm not too fussed out of Gokres or Sesko who we get. I know fans would probably prefer Sesko. I mean, I think if I had to pick a striker for Arsenal, I would pick Isak because I think that he's proven and the Premier League proven as well, and I think he would fit how Arsenal play and stuff. I think he would just do really well. Um, but yeah, I'd be happy with both. I mean, Gokeres probably has better stats, but none of them have ever played in the Premier League, so we can't really predict how either of them are going to do. But I definitely see them helping us with goals, whoever we do sign. But yeah, I think Sesko's young, he's promising, and he's definitely got potential to help us in the league and winning things. So I don't see why not bringing Sesko in would be good. I think Sesko is more likely to happen. I think that we have been heavily rumoured with him. I think Arsenal have put in a bid as well. So I probably think he's probably more likely to happen for Arsenal this summer. We don't need Etike, it's too risky in my opinion. I'm a Liverpool supporter, pick up yourself. Zubimendi is the shrewd business done by the Gunners. Yeah, I think Zubimendi is going to be announced pretty soon. I mean, everyone knows that he's signed, really. He's done a medical. I don't know when he'll be signed, but I think we all sort of know that it's going to happen anytime soon. And yeah, I'm quite happy with Zubimendi. I think that he'll definitely help Arsenal. I think that with Jorginho going, I think Partey will probably stay and sign a new deal. So I think it's probably good to have a bit of cover there. And I think Zubimendi would improve Arsenal. I definitely think he helps us a lot. So yeah, I think that'd be a good move for us. I think we've got to have a really big summer. I think that's what it's down to. I think we have to bring in the right players. I think it will backfire on Arteta if we don't bring the right players in. I think fans are frustrated now that we haven't brought in the right players, and I think we need silverware, as I said so many times. I think that we've really got to do our job. I think it is going to be a busy summer. I mean, the window's just opened today, so I will obviously be doing stuff as well on the transfers, all of that stuff. But obviously, right now it just seems to be about Sesko. And yeah, that's pretty much it right now. Liga Portuguese risky place to do business. Just take Darwin as I mean, it's interesting with Nunes because I think he was under expectation. I think he's been good, but I don't think he's been as good as people expected. I think he's not probably scored as much as people wanted him to. And I think it's always tough when you come from a different league. You can never predict how players are going to do. They could perform really well. They could exceed your expectations of them, or they could just, as people use the word flop, they could just be really poor. So I think it's like Sesko or Rockres. If either of them come in, there's no guarantee that either of them would do well. You just got to hope and pray that they adapt. Every player adapts differently to the league. Every player takes their own time to the league and how they do. Gary, Pablo, the data fits etiquette. That's Liverpool's main target, number 9. I mean, I probably think Nunes might be leaving in the summer, to be fair. I think Liverpool need to have a big summer too. I think they've had a great season winning the league, and getting that silverware with Arne Slot, and I think that they're, like I said before, they're doing their business quick, and I think that's a great thing to do. And I think we need to get our business done. I mean, as I said, Super Mendy is probably going to be set to sign pretty soon. I think we all know about him anyway, but I think it's probably going to happen anytime soon. So I'm excited to see what he can bring to the team, and I'm happy obviously Arteta and Arsenal are doing their business really quick. Gary probably says, I think we will not sign traditional number 9 play, works as a false 9. Nunes won for the title for doing minimal effort. Yeah, I don't think Nunes. It's really interesting with Nunes. As an outsider, I think that I wouldn't trust him to take his chances. I think that he struggled with that a lot. Sometimes he scored great goals, so it's been a mixed bag with him, I would say. But I think, yeah, I think Liverpool could do could do with someone that could really be prolific. I mean, Mo Salah's staying, and Mo Salah's great, but I think it's good to have other options as well. Um, Sophie, will you see Sterling alone to be? Oh no, absolutely not. That really has been such a bad bit of business from Arsenal. I think at the time I probably thought it was a panic buy because, if we're being honest, um, I think at that time Reece Nelson was gone out on loan, and we literally had no one there to really give us any options. So I think Arteta and Eddie just thought we have to bring someone in, just someone. And yeah, I mean, I didn't have any expectations of Sterling anyway, but he just didn't do great at all. He was very disappointing. Yeah, he just didn't do great at all. I was disappointed with that bit of movement from Arsenal, and yeah, I don't think I don't think he's going to be staying. Um, I don't think we're going to get rid of many players, to be honest with you, though. I think we're just, Jorginho, Tierney, they're going. Well, they've actually gone now. Um, and Sterling, but I don't think we're going to have a big summer. I could possibly see maybe Martinelli or Trossard, one of them leave, but other than that, I don't really see anything else happening there. Big up to everyone as well. I do really appreciate you guys joining my show tonight. Don't forget to drop in any questions you guys may have for me as well. If you are new around here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button too. And yeah, do like this video too while you are here, as I do appreciate you guys. This was a little last minute video. I just wanted to chat a bit about Arsenal season and answer some of your questions as well. Got a question here from Pablo. So if you do think Jesus' cycle is over Arsenal, yeah, I think he was an important player at a point in Arsenal, and I think the same with Zinchenko. I think they were both very important at a time at Arsenal, but now they're just not. And I think I would probably move Jesus on at some point. I know he's had his ACL, so I'd probably just see how he goes. But I just don't think he's consistent enough, and I think that's the biggest problem we're having at Arsenal. Some of these players just can't perform week in, week out as much as we want them to. So yeah, I think Jesus. I actually have a lot of love for Jesus. I think he's a great goal scorer, but I just don't think he can do it enough. I think we need him to. But yeah, he has been really good in the Champions League. To be fair, I think the Champions League is his competition, and he really thrives in the Champions League. So I think that he hasn't been all bad. I think he's had some great times with Arsenal. But yeah, Jesus, I don't think we'll get rid of him in the summer. I think maybe next summer or January, because I think he's had such a big injury. But I think he could have helped us if he wasn't injured. I think he would have made a difference. But as I said, we just need that prolific goal scorer, someone that's really going to improve Arsenal. I don't think we've had a goal scorer since Aubameyang, and I think that's a massive problem for us. And I think we've known for a while about this, us Arsenal fans. So if you're riding Arsenal sign Osherman, I don't know. Do you know what? Last summer, I was thinking to myself, the season has just finished. We have finished 2 points behind Man City. All Arsenal need to do is just bring in a striker, a winger, a midfielder, and whatever else we need. And I thought to myself, if we bring in that striker, we're going to win the league next season. And the summer came, we obviously signed who we signed, and I just felt so disappointed. And I feel like, as you mentioned, Gary, why haven't we signed these players sooner? Why haven't we signed these players at all? I mean, Osimhen would take us that next level. It's been so obvious to me that we've needed a striker, and I don't really know where Arteta hasn't addressed it. Um, I know last summer we were interested in Sesko. I know Arteta looked at Sesko, but I can't understand why we haven't addressed that. We haven't looked at him as a player sooner. Same with Osimhen, same with Gokares, and yeah, I just think we're second place. We're so close to doing things, but we're just not there yet, and it's so disappointing. And I can't understand myself why we're not bringing in any players, why we're not, bringing in a striker sooner. And yeah, I do think we're going to bring in a striker this summer. I think that's pretty much happening right now. I think Arteta and Berta are bringing in these players, but I think he would have been a perfect match for Arsenal. Tony as well. I like Tony. I know he's at Saudi now, but a few summers ago, I really thought Arsenal should sign him, and yeah, I think he would have came to Arsenal. But yeah, it is what it is. We've just not brought a striker in, and I have no I have no explanation why, because we should have done that, and it's been so disappointing that we haven't. Let me just go through your comments now. Um, Sophie Ashburn is the perfect marksman for Arsenal. Yeah, he would have really helped us. Big up Wiggy Cookie. Good to see you here. I hope you're all good. It's lovely to see that you're good here. And yeah, let me all know. Let me know, Wiggy Cookie, what your thoughts are on Arsenal season. I'm sort of doing a season chat / transfer video. So yeah, Arsenal should have signed striker instead of Marino. Yeah, I mean, awesome. It was an interesting one. I think the word a lot of people use to describe Arsenal summer is underwhelming, and I think that's probably the right word. I mean, I thought it was underwhelming myself. I I was okay with Marino and Calafiori, but I just didn't get why we didn't bring a striker in, because that for me would have been the priority. And even in January, we didn't bring anyone in, so that was disappointing as well. So I couldn't understand why we didn't do that either. But yeah, I do agree with you there. I think we should have definitely brought in a striker. I don't get why it's taken us so long to bring in a striker. I think this is the stuff that should have happened so much sooner, because we could have won so much stuff if we had brought in a striker um, a lot earlier. And yeah, I think it's just crazy that we've not. But I am happy Arteta is thinking about bringing someone in now and addressing that situation. I am glad, because we need changes at the club, really, we do. Um, Big up, Niall. Hope you're good. Lovely to see you here. I hope you're having a great weekend as well. And yeah, always good to see you in here. Arsenal should have signed Suella as an attacking player. We should have signed a lot of players, I'm not going to lie. Um, there were so many strikers out there a few seasons ago now. I mean, Sesko, I think, as I mentioned now, it's looking like we're buying Sesko. And I'd be happy with that. I think we do need other players. We need like a winger. We need midfield, like a backup goalkeeper. Like, it's not just one position we should strengthen. And there's like multiple of positions. But yeah, there were players back then that we could have brought in and we could have had, but I just don't know why we've not done that. I think Marino, in all fairness, I think Marino improved as the season went off. I think that he grew in confidence, and I think that was nice to see. I think he worked in that striker position. Martinelli worked in that striker position as well. I don't know why it's taken us so long to try different things, and I think Arteta does sometimes leave that a bit late. Calafiori is an interesting one as well. I think that I like him personally. I know he's not everyone's cup of tea. I know defensively he can be a little bit, what would the word be? He makes a little bit of mistakes. So I think people have their questions about him for that, but I do like him. I think that he's someone that can definitely improve us in years to come. And same with Sesko, I think he would definitely help Arsenal a lot. So yeah, I really do hope that we can improve, this summer. I think we've got to have a really big summer, because this season it's just gone. I mean, the league was just terrible. We've known for ages that we weren't going to win the league, and I just think that every game that came on, it just felt so pointless, because I knew we weren't going to win the league, and it just felt meaningless. And that's just it feels horrible saying that, but it really did. Um, Masuela, please. Yeah, I would have liked him to be fair. Pablo Esso will sit on the bench. I think they're four going to have a really big summer. Sort of strongly favours Sabozo, and Sabozo also can play as false nine. Yeah, I think Liverpool actually. I think Liverpool have got a decent squad to be fair, but I definitely think with a few extra players, you'll be amazing next season. And it's not summer, and I think it'd be great to see how he does do with his own players as well. And yeah, I think Liverpool, Man City will definitely be up there next season. I just hope. I just really hope we are too. I just hope Arsenal just bring in the players that we need to bring in and improve in so many areas, because I think I was speaking to Mark yesterday on my channel, and I was saying that we need a backup goalkeeper. That is so important for us to do that. But I just don't think we're going to do that. I don't think, I don't know if the club are thinking that that's a position that we should strengthen in, but I know that that's a big position for us. But yeah, it looks like at the moment Mendy, Sesko are the players that we're probably going to bring in. But I just want to see us bring in a few more. I do think we need a hell lot of more players to bring in. I think this is probably going to be our biggest summer yet for Arsenal. So yeah, I think that I just hope, I just really hope and pray we bring in the right players. Because was Timber good selling for Arsenal? Yeah, he has been amazing. This season he's done really well. Obviously he had his ACL, which was so sad, but this season I think he's played probably a lot more football than I expected. I think that he's just been very consistent. You know what you're going to expect from Timber. I think he's definitely been a candidate for player of the season. I think he's just, as I said, he's just been at his top game, and I think for someone that's had an ACL, I never expected him to be this good, and we're really seeing the real Timber. And you got to give Arteta credit, because that was an amazing signing, that bringing Timber in. I think he's just blew us all away, and I think he's done such a great job. Personally, for me, he's been my player of the season. He's been a player I love to watch this season, and I can't give him any more credit. And yeah, Liverpool need now that striker, no false nine. Sophie, it's just Arteta's last chance. Yeah, I would say so. I think that I just don't really know where Arsenal go if we don't win anything this season. That the season will return like in September. Like, I just don't know what will happen if we don't win anything else. It is crazy that we've not won anything, in these years. I think Arteta's done good, but I don't think he has the silverware to back that up, and I think that's the big problem we're facing right now. So yeah, I do think it's his last chance. People might not agree with that, but that's just personally how I feel about it all. I feel pretty tired of it all. Yeah, I just think he has to win stuff. I really do. I think it's make or break this season for Arteta. The Avrima Sleeper to Madrid, how true is that? I reckon he probably would go to Madrid. I don't know when, but I do see that happening soon. I think Madrid are a big club, and I think for them to be interested in you is pretty special. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did go there. But I don't think he's going anytime soon, because I think he wants to build something with Arsenal. I think he would like to win some silverware for Arsenal. So I don't think he's going to leave right now. I think it might be maybe 2 years, a little while longer. But yeah, I would hate if he went. I'd be absolutely devastated, because I think he's such a great player, and yeah, I'd hate for us to play against him. He seems like such a tough defender, and yeah, I just hope next season we can win things. Because if we're not winning things, these players are going to go. These players want to go to clubs that actually win stuff. So yeah, I really hope we don't lose him, because I do love him. So if we alternatives, if he's sacked, that's the thing, is that I just don't know who I'd want in. He would fit into this team. He would really take us to that next level. I'm trying to think if I had to pick. I mean, it's very difficult, because managers that were available have gone. So I think I don't know who's available right now, but I've always loved, Ancelotti. I know he's not available now. It's very difficult to pick, because I don't know who's around, and all these managers have got jobs now. So I think again this season we'd have to really pick someone if it came down to it that would take us that next level. That would, get us over that line. I think that's the thing we're struggling with Arteta is just getting over that line. Like I don't know if we can do that right now, and I think we need to do it. So yeah, I do think that's a big thing for Arsenal next season to get over that line and do the job because I don't think we're able to do the job right now. So yeah, it's no, not I would not take him. I mean, I don't know if he has a job right now, but I would not take him. That would definitely regress us. I don't know who I'd actually want. That's the problem that I'm facing is that if people ask me if Arteta left, who would you bring in? I'd want to bring someone in that would just take us to that next level, but I also don't know who would be able to do that. Um, so yeah, that's a that's a very tough, and it's hard to be realistic as well because I just don't know who's out there that would want to take over this job that we're in right now. So yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, I would not take him though, but I would not have him at Arsenal. I don't think he would really help us. We just need someone that's really going to help us. No, I would not take him Arsenal. If we're talking about Mourinho, then no, I would never have him at Arsenal. I just couldn't. I know he's a winner and he's won an awful lot. Maybe if he comes, he would win us stuff. But for me, I just couldn't have him at Arsenal. There's too much history there. I just couldn't. Every fan is different. I mean, there's still be fans that would happily have Mourinho at Arsenal. But I just couldn't. There's too much history there. There's too much. There's too much like damage. I think with the fans with him, but I think as well you'd have to bring in someone that would fit Arsenal with the culture. I think you'd have to have the right personality to fit Arsenal. Um, and that's the thing because a lot of these players seem to look up to Arteta. And I think the problem that we've got now is that who would fit in if Arteta goes, who would be the right fit? Because we'd have to get it right. Um, no, it's not really because he's at Spurs. I just think that there's too much history. I mean, I just think he's disrespected Arsenal too many times. I couldn't have him. He's disrespected Wenger as well. Um, yeah, I wouldn't ever have Mourinho at Arsenal. I really wouldn't. If someone said I'd rather bring Wenger back and give him 100 million. I mean, let's be honest. I think Arteta is getting over 100 million for the summer. So I reckon Wenger could, with his experience, bring in the right players. So yeah, I wouldn't have Mourinho, but I just don't see the club making a big decision. If Arsenal finish second next season, don't win anything, I don't really see us really keeping him. But I think the Kroenkes would keep him because it's probably easier for them and it saves them money. Um, but yeah, it's a real. I would, do you know what? I really liked Ten Hag before he came to United, and I just feel like he made them worse. um, yeah, that's a real tough one. That I just don't know who I'd want if it ever came down to it. That wouldn't be a bad option. It doesn't excite me, but I wouldn't say no. That's a good one actually. Rodgers. Yeah, I just think we'd need a bit of a change if it came down to it. Right now, I'm giving Arteta the benefit of the doubt to have a big summer. But if it comes down to it and we don't have a big summer and we don't do good enough, then that is a conversation we shall have. But I think Arteta, in my opinion, I think he's on thin ice. I think he's got to get it right this summer. And I think he's got to be ruthless. I think we've got to get rid of players that aren't good enough. And no party's going to stay, and I'm okay with party staying because I think he can do a good job. I think he can step in when he needs to. But it's going to be a big ask really for us to these players to stay fit. So yeah, I think yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how we do in that area. But yeah, I really do hope we have a big summer. Arsenal should wait for Nagelsmann after the World Cup. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I'm open to many things. To be fair, I think we've just got to bring in a winner that's really gonna. We just need someone who's gonna take Arsenal over the line. That's ultimately our biggest problem right now. Is that we're not able to get over the line, and I think next season for me is massive. And yeah, let's just hope Arsenal can have a really big summer ahead. I think we need to bring in the right players that can get us over the line, that can really win us things, because I'm just tired of, not winning silverware. And these players, I'm pretty sure they feel the same. And we're going to lose some of these players if we're not careful. So we really have to be at our best, and we really need to start winning things again. I mean, we've not won since 2020, like lockdown. That is crazy. You look at the squad we had then, look at the squad we have now, that is just a completely different squad. Defensively, we have improved so much, but it just isn't enough right now for me to be convinced that Arteta can get the job done. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna stay on here for a couple of more minutes. I've been on here for nearly an hour. So I appreciate you all joining in tonight and watching my show. Yeah, don't forget to like this video, guys. If you have any last questions, don't forget to drop them in before I do go. And yeah, please don't forget to like the stream if you're watching. And yeah, do subscribe here too to help my channel grow. But yeah, I just really hope Arsenal have a really big summer ahead. I think that we've got to just get the job done. We've got to just do the right things for me to get us over that line. But I do appreciate you all joining in. Big up Pablo and Gary who have sent me some questions in today. I really do appreciate that. As I say, I am doing updates on Arsenal, so I will be here pretty much most days. If Arsenal have signed anyone, there's any rumours, I will be. I will be here. I will be around doing videos and updates. So I will be doing a lot of content for the summer. Would you be happy if Arsenal win the FA Cup next season? Yeah, I think it would depend on how we finish in the league. I think it would. I would be happy for the FA Cup, but I think if you look at Arteta's time and you think to yourself, he's won 2 FA Cups in about 5 years, you'd expect more, but I just want a trophy. Like, I just want us to win something. But yeah, the league's the one I want to win, but I think if it came down to it, yeah, I'd probably take that. I'd really want to win that, but I do expect Arsenal to. I do expect more from the team to win more. Um, so yeah, I would be happy, but I want more. I want us to win leagues. I think if we can get the striker, if we can get the right players, then we could probably win something more than that next season. But yeah, winning something is key for Arsenal next season, because we have just not won anything in a while, and I think a lot of us are pretty frustrated right now. I think it's been too long right now. So yeah, here's hoping that Arsenal can win some silverware next season. But thank you all for watching my show tonight. As I said, I will be doing more videos throughout the week and be doing updates, so please do stay tuned to that. But thank you all for watching my show tonight. I do really, really appreciate it. It's been great to chat with you all as well. Thank you, Pablo, for popping in. It's been great to chat with you. I'm sure the four have a very busy summer ahead as well. And big up Gary as well, who popped in as well. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you do have a wonderful night wherever you are in this world. And yeah, I will see you all very soon. Bye.